Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Today we have predictions for 6 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks. As the Bulls roll into Milwaukee to clash with the Bucks, we're looking at a matchup that promises to be a showdown of wills. Both squads have chips on their shoulders and plenty to prove, setting the stage for an exciting battle in the heart of Wisconsin. The Bucks have held their own on their home floor, sitting at 4-3 this season. With Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard leading the charge, Milwaukee boasts a well-oiled offense that's tough to contain. Dame, fully available for this game, has been orchestrating the Bucks' attack with precision, giving Giannis room to dominate in the paint. On the flip side, the Bulls aren't slouches on the road, sporting a respectable 5-4 record. While their road net rating shows they can hang with the big dogs, consistency remains their Achilles heel. Both teams come into this one well-rested, with no back-to-back games on the schedule. Milwaukee will aim to dictate the tempo with their firepower, while Chicago will look to pick apart the Bucks' defense with a balanced approach. Injury reports are kind to both sides, with each roster near full strength. The Bucks' bread and butter at home is their dominance on the glass. Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis have been rock solid in crashing the boards, complementing Giannis' brute force inside. For Chicago, Nikola Vucevic and Jalen Smith must rise to the occasion to neutralize Milwaukee's second-chance opportunities. Perimeter play will also be key, as the Bulls' sharpshooters like Zach LaVine and Kobe White could exploit Milwaukee's sometimes shaky transition defense. If those two get hot, Chicago can keep it close. On offense, Milwaukee's pick-and-roll game, spearheaded by Lillard, has been a nightmare for opposing defenses. His ability to create scoring opportunities for Giannis and the supporting cast is top-tier. However, the Bucks' Achilles heel has been their perimeter defense, leaving the door open for Chicago's Ayo Dosunmu and Patrick Williams to step up and deliver. The pace of play could be the game's turning point. Milwaukee thrives in a slower, half-court setup, leveraging its size and physicality to wear teams down. Chicago, however, lives for a faster tempo, using speed and quick ball movement to force mismatches in transition. Whichever team controls the pace will likely control the game. Rebounding will be another battleground. The Bucks have a size advantage, but Chicago's collective effort could level the playing field if they stay aggressive on the boards. From beyond the arc, the Bulls have been the steadier squad lately, while Milwaukee's three-point shooting has been streaky, relying heavily on Lillard and role players like Gary Trent Jr. and AJ Green to find their rhythm. When it's all said and done, I expect a tight contest. Milwaukee's inconsistencies on defense and the absence of Chris Middleton leave them vulnerable, while Chicago has the tools to capitalize. If the Bulls can push the pace, hit their perimeter shots, and stay strong on the glass, they're primed to keep this one close. I'm taking the Bulls to cover the 8.5-point spread in what should be a nail-biter. The second prediction for today is for a game between the Indiana Pacers and Houston Rockets. The Indiana Pacers are heading to Houston to square off against the Rockets, desperate to shake off their recent struggles and salvage a rocky road trip. Meanwhile, Houston has been one of the most exciting turnarounds in the league this season and is looking to bounce back after a nail-biting one-point loss to Milwaukee. This clash sets the stage for a showdown between two teams with contrasting fortunes and styles. Indiana, sitting at 6-8, is fresh off a tough 130-119 defeat to the Toronto Raptors. What stings more is that Toronto had been in a 7-game slump before this. The Pacers' defense collapsed early, giving up 69 points in the first half, and despite a late surge led by Benedict Mathurin's impressive 28-point performance, it was too little, too late. Their defense and rebounding continue to drag them down. They're ranked 27th in defensive efficiency and 28th on the boards, which spells trouble against Houston's rebounding machine. Injuries only add to Indiana's uphill battle. Miles Turner, Their shot blocking and scoring leader from 2 games ago is questionable due to a sore cuff, and both Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Nembhard are confirmed out. These absences expose an already thin rotation and highlight the team's struggles, especially on the defensive end. On the flip side, Houston is a team that's come alive this season. With a 10-5 record, they've leaned on a blend of veteran leadership from Fred VanVleet and youthful energy from rising stars like Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun. Their gritty loss to Milwaukee snapped a 5-game winning streak, but it showcased their resilience and competitive edge. The defense has been Houston's bread and butter. They rank among the league's top 3 in scoring defense, field goal percentage defense, and overall defensive efficiency. Combine that with their league-best rebounding numbers, and you've got a recipe for shutting down the Pacers' offense and dominating possession. Offensively, the Rockets aren't as flashy as Indiana, but they're efficient. VanVleet runs the show with poise, Green's athleticism puts defenses on their heels, and Sengun's versatility ties it all together. If they can clean up their three-point shooting, currently near the league's bottom, they'll elevate their offense to another level. While the Pacers have historically on this matchup, winning the last 9 meetings, the Rockets are no longer the same rebuilding team. Houston has established an identity built on defense, hustle, and chemistry. I believe this version of the Rockets is well equipped to rewrite the script. Tonight, I'm banking on Houston to snap that 9-game losing streak against Indiana. The Rockets' defensive tenacity and rebounding edge will be the key. I expect Houston to not just win, but make a statement on their home court, covering the 6.5-point spread and proving they're a team to be reckoned with this season.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The defense has been Houston's bread and butter. They rank among the league's top 3 in scoring defense, field goal percentage defense, and overall defensive efficiency. Combine that with their league-best rebounding numbers, and you've got a recipe for shutting down the Pacers' offense and dominating possession. Offensively, the Rockets aren't as flashy as Indiana, but they're efficient. VanVleet runs the show with poise, Green's athleticism puts defenses on their heels, and Sengun's versatility ties it all together. If they can clean up their three-point shooting, currently near the league's bottom, they'll elevate their offense to another level. While the Pacers have historically on this matchup, winning the last 9 meetings, the Rockets are no longer the same rebuilding team. Houston has established an identity built on defense, hustle, and chemistry. I believe this version of the Rockets is well equipped to rewrite the script. Tonight, I'm banking on Houston to snap that 9-game losing streak against Indiana. The Rockets' defensive tenacity and rebounding edge will be the key. I expect Houston to not just win, but make a statement on their home court, covering the 6.5-point spread and proving they're a team to be reckoned with this season. Offensively, the Sixers will ride Embiid hard in the post, where he can punish defenders and draw whistles. Paul George will need to step up as a scorer and shot creator, especially with Maxey out. The Grizzlies, meanwhile, thrive on pushing the pace and turning turnovers into easy buckets. They average 102 possessions per game, but with tired legs, that tempo could slow down, playing right into Philly's hands, as the Sixers prefer a more methodical 97 possessions per 48 minutes. Rebounding will be a huge factor. With Zach Edey unavailable, Memphis will rely heavily on Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clark to battle Embiid on the glass. Philly averages 43.8 rebounds per game, and Embiid's presence tilts the odds in their favor. If the Sixers clean up the boards and limit Memphis' second chance points, it could be a major swing factor. Neither team is lights out from 3, but both can get hot in stretches. The Sixers hit 34% from deep, while Memphis edges them out at 36%. Philly's got reliable shooters in George and a supporting cast, which could shine even brighter if Smart can't go, leaving Memphis perimeter D a little exposed. The betting line has Memphis favored by 1.5 points, which speaks to their home court dominance and Philly's road struggles. But let's be real, this game isn't as cut and dried as it looks. With the Grizzlies coming off a back-to-back and the Sixers rolling in with Embiid and George ready to ball, I think Philly has a legit shot to hang tight. That road net rating is ugly, but this could be one of those nights where the numbers lie a little. If you're asking me who covers, I'm riding with the Sixers. Memphis might still snag the W, but with the fatigue factor in play and Philly's reinforcements, I see the road team keeping it close enough to beat the spread. Take Philly plus 1.5 and enjoy what should be a gritty, hard-fought battle. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Atlanta Hawks and Golden State Warriors. The Atlanta Hawks are heading to the Bay Area to face the Golden State Warriors in what I'm confident will be an electrifying showdown at the Chase Center. Both squads have compelling storylines heading into this matchup, with strengths that contrast like night and day. Here's why this game could steal the spotlight this week. The Hawks have been riding a roller coaster this season, sitting at 7-8. But lately, they've shown glimpses of what they're capable of when the gears click. Their nail-biting 109-108 win over the Sacramento Kings highlighted their grit, and I believe Trae Young's playmaking is at the heart of it all. He's putting up stellar numbers, 23.9 points and 11.6 assists per game, dictating the tempo and creating scoring lanes that keep Atlanta in the fight. A name to keep an eye on is Jalen Johnson. This guy has been a revelation, stepping up with averages of 19.4 points and 10 rebounds recently. His energy on both ends of the floor gives the Hawks a dynamic weapon in their arsenal. But let's not sugarcoat it. Atlanta's defense has been shaky, to say the least. Allowing 119.5 points per game makes it tough to win consistently, especially against top-tier opponents. Golden State, on the other hand, has a much different vibe. Sitting at 10-4, they're coming off a frustrating 102-99 loss to the Clippers, and I'd bet they're itching to bounce back. Stephen Curry, with his deadly accuracy from downtown, 42.7%, and 23 points per game, is still the engine of this team. His ability to light it up from anywhere keeps the Warriors' offense humming at full throttle. Defensively, the Warriors are no slouches either, holding opponents to just 110.1 points per game, good enough for a top 10 spot in the league. Draymond Green's leadership anchors their schemes, and their dominance on the boards, 48.7 rebounds per game, gives them the upper hand in controlling possessions and dictating pace. This game will feature a dazzling point guard duel between Trae Young and Stephen Curry. Young's pick-and-roll mastery and knack for drawing fouls will clash against Curry's lethal off-ball movement and jaw-dropping range. I believe the team that can slow down the opposing star will come out on top. Here's how I see it. Golden State's home court advantage and defensive prowess tip the scales in their favor. Atlanta's flashes of brilliance, like that upset over Boston without Trae Young, show they can punch above their weight, but their defensive lapses against sharpshooting teams spell trouble. The Warriors have the depth, discipline, and track record at home to seal this one. My final take? I'm expecting a fast-paced, high-scoring battle that stays competitive throughout. While the Warriors should edge out the victory, I wouldn't be shocked if the Hawks keep it tight and cover the 8.5-point spread. This game is going to be a treat for the fans, don't miss it. The fifth prediction for today is for a game between the New York Knicks and Phoenix Suns. The New York Knicks are rolling into their next matchup against the Phoenix Suns on a hot streak, fueled by a commanding 3-game win run. Their latest outing saw them dismantle the Washington Wizards 134-106, improving their record to 8-6 and solidifying their spot in the Eastern Conference's 4th seed. Meanwhile, the Suns are limping into this contest, grappling with injuries and a skid of poor performances, setting the stage for a game that could swing the momentum for both squads. What's really driving New York's recent surge is the addition of Karl Anthony Towns. The big man has been nothing short of sensational, averaging 26.2 points, 12.4 boards, and hitting 54.4% of his shots. He's lightened the load for Jalen Brunson, who's been steady as ever, putting up 24.4 points and 7.1 assists per contest. The Knicks' efficiency has been a standout factor. They're sitting pretty as one of the top 3 teams in field goal and 3-point shooting percentages, even while ranking in the bottom half of the league in shot attempts. That's a killer combo when paired with their balanced roster, giving them the ability to control the game's rhythm and pace. On the other hand, the Suns, who started the season strong at 8-1, are now in free fall, losing 5 of their last 6. Their latest stumble came in a 109-99 loss to Orlando, and injuries have been the obvious culprit. Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal are sidelined with calf issues, and Jusuf Nurkic is hobbling on an injured ankle. Devin Booker is left to carry the load, averaging 23.5 points and 6.5 assists, but with no consistent backup, opposing defenses can zero in on him. That's exactly where the Knicks have the upper hand. Their defensive unit, led by Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges, has the versatility to clamp down on Booker and force the Suns into tough, inefficient shots. On offense, the Knicks can exploit Phoenix's weak interior defense with Towns dominating the paint. The Suns' perimeter defense still has bite, but without Durant and Beal, their offense has sputtered, failing to crack 100 points in 2 of their last 3 outings. The Knicks, with their depth, momentum, and ability to grind out games, are set to take control of this matchup. I'm confident they'll not only win outright, but also cover the spread. New York is simply the more complete team right now, and Phoenix looks outmatched across the board. The 6th prediction for today is for a game between the Orlando Magic and Los Angeles Clippers. The Orlando Magic and Los Angeles Clippers are gearing up for a showdown under the bright lights of the Intuit Dome this Wednesday night. This matchup promises to be a nail-biter, with both teams writing strong narratives, Orlando flaunting a red-hot winning streak, and the Clippers defending their home turf with a 5-game win streak. Defensive grit will take center stage, as both squads rank among the league's top in defensive efficiency. The Magic are in rare form, stringing together 6 straight victories while locking down opponents to under 100 points per game. Despite Paolo Banchero being sidelined with an abdominal strain, this team hasn't missed a beat. Franz Wagner has embraced the role of lead scorer, posting an impressive 22.9 points per game. Meanwhile, Anthony Black and Goga Bitadze have stepped up with clutch performances, making Orlando's lineup versatile and resilient. Still, the Magic haven't been perfect, especially on the road. Their 2-6 away record pales in comparison to an unbeaten 7-0 home slate. However, their 109-99 win over Phoenix in their last road outing suggests they're figuring out how to take their defensive mastery on the road. On the other side, the Clippers are holding an 8-7 record and have defended their home court fiercely during a 5-game winning streak. They've kept opponents to just over 100 points per game during the stretch, with a gritty 102-99 win over Golden State highlighting their tenacity. But injuries continue to cloud their season. Kawhi Leonard is still out, and now Norman Powell, their recent top scorer, is unavailable. This heaps pressure on James Harden to carry the load, and while he's shown flashes of brilliance with averages of 20.1 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 9.0 assists, the lack of consistent scoring options could spell trouble against Orlando's defensive wall. Both teams thrive on suffocating defense, making this a likely low-scoring grind. The Magic have held their last 6 opponents under 100 points, while the Clippers haven't allowed more than 105 points during their 5-game home streak. For Orlando to come out on top, they'll need Franz Wagner to continue his scoring surge while exploiting the Clippers' depleted lineup. On the flip side, the Clippers' chances hinge on Harden's ability to create opportunities and manage Orlando's relentless defense. I believe this game will boil down to who executes better in crunch time. The current spread leans toward Orlando by 1.5 points, and I think that's spot on. With the Magic's momentum, depth, and suffocating defense, they have the edge to not only extend their streak, but also cover the spread. This one's likely to be a grinded-out affair where the first team to hit triple digits walks away with a win.